The 97th edition of the Oscars were held on March 2nd, 2025. It honored the best films released in 2024. Hosted by veteran comedian Conan O'Brien, let's take a look at the best and worst moments of this year's Academy Awards. Best, The Wicked Medley. Since Wicked's release, both Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande have captivated us with their astonishing performances as Elphaba and Glinda respectively. They capped off their awards run with a phenomenal Wicked medley. Grande opened with Over the Rainbow, followed by Erivo with Home. They then joined together to powerfully sing Defying Gravity. Erivo and Grande's great vocals and insane chemistry made this performance truly memorable. They deservedly received a standing ovation from the crowd. It was one of the best moments of this year's ceremony, and they left us all wanting even more. Thankfully, Wicked fans have a lot to look forward to this year, as Wicked for Good will be released in November. Let's hope that they will be back next year. Worst, the show's pacing and runtime. This year's Academy Awards felt very slow and extremely long. In fact, it was so slow that it took them more than 30 minutes to give out the first award of the night. The show ran for almost 4 hours long and was even longer than Epic Film and Best Picture nominee The Brutalist. Having to sit through the entire ceremony felt like a chore. Even the biggest Oscar fans have complained of the runtime, which does not feel justified. They certainly could have removed some parts that were not pivotal to the ceremony. Best, Conan O'Brien as the host. The internet and fans of the Oscars were filled with excitement when beloved comedian Conan O'Brien was announced as this year's host. Fortunately for all of us, Conan did not disappoint. His opening monologue was filled with sharp jokes and left everyone laughing. He wasn't afraid of going beyond and even poked fun at Carla Sofia Gascon, the controversial Best Actress nominee of Emilia Perez. While the show was too long, at least we were kept entertained by Conan throughout the night. We hope to have him back as host soon. Worst, the James Bond tribute. When the Academy announced that Lisa, Doja Cat, and Ray will be performing at the Oscars, it was met with confusion, especially since none of them were involved in the movies that the Oscars celebrated this year. It turns out they performed for the James Bond tribute where they sang theme songs from the beloved franchise. They were joined by Margaret Qualley, who danced as Bond girl before they started performing. While everybody loves the James Bond franchise, the tribute seems random and strange as no Bond movie was released in the last 3 years. It was not memorable and the ultra-long ceremony could have been much shorter without this unnecessary tribute. Best, I'm Still Here wins Best International Feature Film. I'm Still Here received 3 Oscar nominations this year, including Best Picture, Best Actress for the breathtaking Fernanda Torres, and Best International Feature Film. It won for the latter, beating out controversial movie and nominations leader Emilia Perez. It became the first ever Brazilian-produced film to win an Academy Award. The movie, about Eunice Pavia, an activist who fought during the Brazilian military dictatorship, is one of the most acclaimed films this year. It has vocal and passionate support from Brazilians, especially online. It was truly a triumphant moment. Worst, Adrien Brody's record-breaking speech. Actor Adrien Brody received his second Best Actor Oscar this year for his phenomenal performance in The Brutalist. While he truly deserves the honor, his acceptance speech went on far too long, clocking in at 5 minutes and 40 seconds and becoming the longest speech ever in Oscars history. What's ironic is he kept on saying in his speech that he will be brief. The thing is, most of us can sit through long speeches, provided they are beautifully written and delivered properly. Unfortunately for Brody, his speech was neither of those two things. Best, Anora wins Best Picture. Anora premiered in May 2024 in Cannes Film Festival to universal acclaim. It won Palme d'Or, the highest award of the festival. Oscar watchers immediately declared it as the frontrunner at this year's Oscars. The film, which is about the titular sex worker who marries a son of a Russian oligarch, did face some curveballs throughout its awards run. It was shot out at the Golden Globe Awards and lost Best Picture at the BAFTA. Luckily, it still prevailed at the end and won the Oscar for Best Picture. Director Sean Baker, who also won Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Editing, made history as the only person to win 4 Oscars in the same year for the same film. Anchored by a sublime performance by Mikey Madison, who also won Best Actress, Anora rightfully deserves to receive the Oscar's highest honor and is a worthy successor to last year's Best Picture winner Oppenheimer. What are your best and worst moments of this year's Academy Awards? Comment down below. And if you're enjoying the content, please make sure to like and subscribe.